How's it going, guys? Basically, this is another iPhone Weekly Picks episode. I know it's well overdue. I'm supposed to upload these every week for you guys, but life happens and sometimes I don't get around to it. So I have still been uploading plenty during the week, but it just hasn't been this, which is kind of what I wanted to get onto, and I apologize for that, but I guess here it is, and I hope you enjoy. The first app I'm going to be discussing with you guys today, it's called Carrage or Carriage. I don't know. It looks like Carrage, but I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. It's one word, but it seems more like it's supposed to be Carrage. Okay, I've spent enough talking about the title of this game. Basically, it's quite a fun game. It's basically, I think the movie's called Death Race. That's the feel that I get from playing this game. Basically, you have your car and you're racing against, you can either do multiplayer or you can do single player. So you'll just be versing bots or non-player, non-whatever. No, not other humans. It's just the gameplay cars that they give you. And basically, you pretty much put different upgrades on your car so that you are better suited to pretty much blowing the other cars up. And it's pretty much just a general race, but with what I've just said included. So you're pretty much racing against people that are trying to bomb you and shoot you. So I guess it's like a more extreme version of Mario Kart with a lot different controls and a lot different angle of looking at it, I'm not putting it in the same ballpark as Mario. That's definitely not what I'm doing, but it is definitely a really fun game, and I definitely recommend it to you guys. And it's absolutely free, so it's worth a shot, and hope you guys enjoy. This second app I'll be talking to you guys about, it's called Battle Golf. And it's the most simple thing you'll ever play in your life. It just reminded me of one of the computer games I was playing back in school. And it's actually quite fun. I'm pretty sure this is multiplayer too. But basically, you're pretty much choosing what angle and what speed to fire your golf ball. And you pretty much got to get it in the hole like normal golf. The height of the mountain or whale or whatever thing that there is to get your golf ball on is different each time and in a different spot, but it's quite a fun game and I would really recommend it. It's also free, so it's worth a shot. Next up, we have a game called Twin Shooter Invaders. Basically, if you play single player, you have to control both the ships and you have to shoot all of the mini spaceships flying towards your bases, and you pretty much have to shoot them before they get there or you lose, and you've got to see how many waves you can get through. That's kind of the aim of the game. If you do it with two player, I guess you got to talk with whoever you're playing with and try to negotiate ways of not getting hit, not getting the spaceships hit into you, but really it is quite a fun game. It's got the whole thing where the nostalgia of these games being really big back in the day, and yeah, it can be quite fun to pass the time, and the fact that it's multiplayer is also a good part of that game. Next up, we have Tower Dash, and Tower Dash is pretty much an interesting game. I guess I could probably describe it, I don't know, it's got a similar feel to Flappy Birds and also Fire Rides, which I did another video, just might have been the last video that I did. Basically, you'll pretty much have to click either side of the wall to climb up the walls. and you're pretty much not allowed to hit the edges. So it's really basically, I don't even know if it's a better or nicer looking version, but kind of like a copy of Flappy Bird's, just you going up instead of across. Yeah, but I definitely recommend it. It's quite fun to have a look at, so I hope you guys enjoy, and maybe check it out and see for yourself if it's something you'd like. Okay, so next up we have Non-Stop Chuck Norris, and of course it was going to be hilarious at the start because Chuck Norris is in it. Basically, you run around with your weapon and pretty much does everything itself for you. He attacks people by himself, but where you come into it is you pretty much have to use his like supercharged moves or whatever you call those things down the bottom left-hand corner, and you're pretty much attacking a bunch of people. You can access your bag, and in your bag you collect items as you go along, so you don't actually start with that horse head. I pretty much got that along the way, and I think I've got a selfie stick, which is not the weapon you start with, but it's the weapon they gave me later on. So yeah, it's an interesting game, and there's bosses in it as well. I'm sure you guys will find it fun, or at least some of it fun. So I hope you guys enjoy, and maybe check it out. For I believe the last video, it's a game called Smash Tanks. It's a game called Smash Tanks, and basically it's a augmented reality game. You can pretty much play with your other friends you can play with your other friends on the same phone or two different phones. Basically, you're pretty much smashing your tanks into buildings and trying to kill off the opponent. But you're playing it in augmented reality, so I guess that's probably what attracted me to this game. It is very simple, but it is quite fun, and maybe something you can play with your friends. And yeah, I actually lost this game, but it was a lot of fun testing out, and unfortunately it does cost money, but it's really cheap, and I'll put in the description below the exact location on the App Store for all of these apps, and also the price of this app. It's very cheap. Thanks guys a lot for watching this video. Thanks for all the support. It's really, really appreciated. Basically, I think I would like you to dislike this video because I want to become infamous on YouTube. I don't really care if you like it or dislike it or not, but please subscribe, maybe share it with your friends, and thanks a lot.